This is going to be a video about establishing a practical and workable bedtime routine for your autistic child. I used to, when my son Matthew was between the ages of, I would say, 2 years old and 5 years old, he had a very broken sleep routine. I was constantly tired because he would go to bed very late, battled for hours to fall asleep, and then he would fall asleep or just sleep for a short while. In the beginning, what I did was I tried all these herbal sleeping drops, and it worked to let him fall asleep faster, but within an hour or so, he would be wide awake and you would have broken sleep for the rest of the night. Needless to say, I was exhausted. And you guys, it's not, if you are tired, you can't function properly, you start feeling anxious, and you as a autistic parent, you need to know that you do need your sleep, and you don't have to listen to other people. Not all rescue remedies and sleeping drops and even chewables is actually, it is practical and it's actually effective. That's what I meant to say. So I've tried all those things. At a point, my son was chewing magnesium chewables. It worked to help him fall asleep, but he didn't want to actually keep on chewing them. He's a very fussy eater, so, and if he would just taste a hint of those drops in his drink or his milk, then he wouldn't drink it. So it was not really working effectively, and I started doing research. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, but I did research on various things that you can use, medication, which my son is not on any drugs. By the way, I don't judge anybody who's got their child on melatonin or on any type of prescribed drug for ADHD or for anything. It's what works best for your child, and it is what works best for you. Every autistic child is an individual. That's why what I'm saying to you is this bedtime routine that I'm going to share with you is what I'm doing, and it's working for me. Maybe there's someone out there that has got the same issues, have tried the drugs or the melatonin, but either stopped working or it's not effective. You still find that your child is feeling anxious. I'm going to give you a little story about that in a moment. And like I said, it's an individual thing. I respect people's opinion, and I can tell you what really works for me. So what I did with my son in the evening is showing the sign it's now time for shower or time for bath. He prefers to bath. He likes having a bubble bath. And the tidy up time, I would do that before the bath time. After dinner time, I would maybe do the dishes and ask my son to start picking up his toys and his blocks, and he's very good with that. Then we would have the bath time, and he would listen to nursery rhymes or lullabies. It depends, or I would read him a story, and then it would be bedtime. So this is the visuals I showed him beforehand to make sure he understand what's going to happen. And then these are the items I've been using. Like I said, you can judge me, but this is what is working for me. It might work for you. I've got the Epsom salts. It's a natural bath remedy, from what I understand, and lavender drops. I put just a small handful of this in his bath, and a few lavender drops, and he has his bath and he's nice and relaxed when he gets out the bath, nice and warm, especially in winter. And then I make him, he's 7 years old now. I used to put this in his bottle, or now in a sippy cup. I give him a cup of this, because in this drink it is actually a formula, but I will explain to you. My son he's basically vegetarian. He does not like meat. I'm not a vegetarian, but he prefers not eating meat. It's just a personal preference that he has. and he only eats a handful of food. Now, this supplement contains omega-3 and 6. So we all know that that is one of the things that our kids need, our autistic kids, is for those the neural pathways to be healthy, especially, from the young age that they are, from about 2 to 6. So I give him some of that. It's got a vanilla flavor, and I put this in his bath, and we do our bedtime routine. He's 7 now. I've been doing this since he was about 5. I know some people will tell me, but he's going to be overweight because this is a protein drink. It's got lots of vitamins and iron and things in, but he's not overweight. He is quite active, and it's good for him. It's giving him the nutrition he needs. He does eat as well. I'll definitely make a video about his diet and how I got him to eat some veggies and stuff. I'll share all of that with you. It's all practical things that I'm showing you that it could help you. That is why I'm making these videos, to show you this is what I'm doing, because I see a lot of parents saying their kids wake up during the night and they're absolutely exhausted. I know when my son used to go to bed so very late, when he fell asleep, I used to watch a bit of TV sometimes, or go on my phone, or read a book, or drink a cup of tea. And just by the time I got into the bed, he would be awake again. So I kind of want to speak to you mums and dads as well. I know we are really so desperate for some alone time and just some peace and quiet, especially when you have a child with high needs that has to be watched all the time. I know my son used to be like that for the first 6 years, I would say. It is improving. But yes, you do need your rest and your sleep. But this is my bedtime routine that I used, and it worked for me. And I'm going to share the feedback that I did some research about melatonin, and I'm going to post a video about that later on as well. Thank you for listening to Autism Untouched. Bye bye.